Hi everyone, my name is Megan Eileen and I am the founder of NunaVeda, and I will also be your guide in the Tame Your Tigers Club and the training program and the coaching program if you decide to join us in any one of those. So I thought today I would tell you a little bit about what the approach is and what we'll be doing together so you can decide if you'd like to join us. So why are we talking about tigers? So back when our stress response part of our brain was likely developed, it's called the amygdala, and back when that was developed, it was mostly being used for short spurts of very dangerous situations where your life was actually in danger. So say, you guessed it, a tiger was chasing you. So today, it's not that likely that an actual tiger might be chasing you, but today's tigers are our bills that need to be paid, or getting to that meeting on time, or getting stuck in traffic, or the state of our world overall, and the political system, and your neighbors, and your relationships, and your kids not getting to school on time, and these are constant stressors. These are not short spurts like our ancestors experienced. And they have a very different effect on our immune system, on our neurological system, and on our well-being overall. And also what that does is, with the repetition of this stress over and over again, it's also strengthening the neural pathways in our brain for, our fear response and our stress response and our anxiety response. Because the way our brain operates is that it strengthens whatever neural pathways are repeated. Or whatever is being repeated is what is strengthened. So our brains don't know the difference between positive and negative. Our brains know repetition. So if you are repeating a negative behavior or a negative thought pattern, those are the neural pathways that will be strengthened. And if you're repeating a positive one, those are the neural pathways that will be strengthened. So the great news about this is that we have control over it, and you are not doomed to those thought circles or doomed to, the way you think about yourself or your life. And we actually have the power to change the scripts that run in our brains and to change the way we think about things. So I find that very empowering. And there is a mantra that my mom taught me that has always stuck with me, and I love it. It is, there are no tigers chasing me. And the idea behind that is you're just flat out telling your amygdala, there are no freaking tigers chasing me. Like, calm down. We're not in that situation right now. We're stuck in traffic. We might be late for something, but your brain is responding in a way as if your life is in danger, and it's not. So sometimes the simple act of just telling your amygdala that is not what is happening is enough, to calm it down and to put that response back into perspective. So that's just one technique and one sort of example that I love, and it is why I'm calling, these programs Tame Your Tigers, because I think that it's a great metaphor to be able to put it in perspective, what our stressors are today. It just gives us a visual to put with all of these perceived threats that we have. And so being a very visual person, I find that helps a lot, and especially with some of the exercises that we're going to be doing that involve art and symbolism and things like that, because our brains do respond really well to imagery and symbolism, sometimes better than language and words, just because there isn't generally as much baggage attached to symbolism and imagery. So that is what we're going to be working on together. So some of the methods we'll be using, like I said, will be meditative art, which is an active form of meditation. And sometimes that's a lot easier for people than traditional meditation because it is an actual active form. But there's methods that we can use that actually have the same effects as regular meditation. But we will be using traditional meditation and mantras and affirmations and things that are actually a little bit more reimagined for our modern world and the way that our anxiety manifests today. We'll also be exploring the ways that we can connect with our ecosystem, our natural world that we not only come from but need to survive. And I think a lot of people don't realize how important it is that to connect with that, and how much distress it can cause, an underlying distress in us when we are disconnected from that ecosystem that we actually are made from and need to survive. So that, and also herbal medicine, which comes from that ecosystem and is a great passion of mine, and it is amazing what I have seen it do. So, so that's a little bit about what we'll be doing together. So you can read a little bit more down below, and you can choose which plan you'd like to be part of, if you want to be part of the club or the training program or the one-on-one coaching. So I hope to see you in there, and I look forward to getting to know you better.